Hi, this is Paul Acevedo of Windows Phone Central. We're here at Casual Connect USA.
Hi, I'm Joden, and I do programming and game design on Fling Theory.
And I'm Doug, and I'm the artist at Coding Jar for Fling Theory.
So this is our game, and what you do is you're playing as electrons and shooting around atoms to try to solve puzzles. So the goal is always to get from one pipe to another, and right now I'm a negative electron and I'm shooting around a positive atom to try to get to the goal. In a case like this, you could either go directly to the goal, and you would get no stars, so I want to pick up that star. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this atom to a negative one by hitting it once. And now I can repel off the first atom and attract to the second one. And in a puzzle like this, we just bend around both atoms. And just using some proper timing on this one to make sure I solve it properly.
How many phases does a level have?
A typical level has 3 or 4 phases, but then some of the larger levels, they're just like one big puzzle. So it really depends on what level you're on and what the difficulty is of that level. We have like a kind of a gentle intro here where we're doing kind of like one concept at a time, about 3 different parts to a level. So like in this level here, this would be the 3rd level, we're trying to introduce the concept of damaging stuff. So what you do is you have to pick up these things that make you sort of glow and go atomic-like, and you're trying to kill generators that generate electricity. So we have like a nice little science theme to the game where we're kind of encouraging science, and it's a bit educational, but it's not, obviously it's not like real hardcore science. We're not trying to alienate any users here. We're just trying to make sure it's like a fun game where people will play it and hopefully learn something or be encouraged to look stuff up.
You just got some underlying scientific concepts is what you mean?
Yeah, we have some underlying scientific concepts. So the idea of the electron and the orbiting the atoms to change the charge of an atom is something we took and sort of like built a game around that. In our game, you have like positive electrons too, and that's kind of you don't really see that. They're called like positrons in science, but typically in like high school science, it's not really taught. They're kind of anti-electrons, and you can make atoms positive by hitting them with positive electrons in our game. And here is our example of a boss battle where we show the scientist in the background, which is why we're dressed up in science lab coats.
Gives the game some scale, huh?
Yes. You're trying to show that like you're a really small particle in the game. And it's free on Windows 8 and Windows Phone 8, and we're trying to introduce more levels and things like that. So in this one here, I wouldn't be able to solve it because I'm negative and that's a negative, and I have no way of getting to the pipe. So what I'm doing is I'm going to switch the electron to a positive electron. And now I'm yellow, so I'm positive, and I can bend around this atom here to get into the pipe.
Straight off.
Likewise, in this puzzle, I wouldn't be able to solve it if I was just negative because I'm attracting that other atom or other electron. So what I need to do is switch this guy to positive and push him into the generator there.
How is the game monetized?
So the game is monetized. We have advertisements right now, which you can disable with in-app purchases. We also have level packs that you can buy, and right now we have like a deal going on where like if you just pay, I think it's $1, just over $1. I think it's like $1.20 or something, like $1.29. You can basically get both. So you get the full game, you get all the level packs, and you get to disable ads at the same time. So it's not something that you'll keep pumping money into, but it's it's a pretty good value, and there's over 2 hours of gameplay for free. So if you're just looking for something to pass the time, it's definitely something that you can play and not have to worry about spending a ton of money on.
Do the stars do anything, or is it just a score base?
The stars are purely score based. They don't give you any sort of powers or anything. The only thing that gives you a different power is the little nuclear symbol, which will allow you to damage things. So in this case here, I got to pick that up first. Of course, it's nicely aligned for me. And then the trick to this one is that those guys, again, opposite to track, so I'll be forced to go into those guys. So I switch my guy, and I can bounce off and go back into the same pipe. And so I'm able to sort of maneuver through the levels this way.
So did you guys ever consider releasing this with Xbox Live support?
So we were considering on Xbox Live. So Xbox Live is something that Microsoft themselves decide. So as a developer, you don't get to decide if you are going to support Xbox Live or not. They're the ones that sort of open that up for you. And we haven't really approached them about if we want to do that or not. We've sort of just been waiting and seeing how they're receiving the game, if they want to approach us about doing it. We were thinking about some different scoring methods that would make it more attractive to more hardcore users who want to want to compare scores and things like that.
Leaderboards are always good.
Exactly. So we have like a very rudimentary scoring system, but we want to do something. If we're going on Xbox Live, we want to do something a bit more, intense, like something where you could do speed runs per level, sort of thing. We're thinking that perhaps we could have like tournament style where we pick a few random levels, and then it's like you get one shot at your speed run for the day.
So what's next for you guys?
So we're thinking about doing another game after this one, and we're considering the Windows platform as our lead platform again. However, we don't have the design done yet, so we're still pretty far away from doing that. Fling Theory is still going to be a focus for us for at least a couple more months.